Hello Nation, I'm Rock Var here with another Var Nation DCUO news report, and look at that. XSplit is working again with the latest version that just came out on the 7th, so thank goodness for that. Thank you XSplit for making all my dreams come true again. Getting into DCUO news, you can see that we're here on the DCUO website. We've got some news about the upcoming anniversary event that's going to be happening in 2018 right now on PC Test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the forum section. I'm going to click on announcements, and then we're going to check out next on test, preview the anniversary event. If you have a PC right now, it is free to test DCUO online. All you have to do is download the test client and you can jump in there and see all the new stuff for free. You do not have to have a membership. So the anniversary event is of course going to be new. Now I want to check out the full update notes, so I'm going to click here on the link, and of course I'm going to provide this link in the description of the video so that you guys don't have to go through all that. The event is titled Attack of the Anti-Monitor as the anniversary event. The anniversary event is back, featuring open world missions, the Centennial Collapse raid, a new daily solo mission / instance, and a ton of new feats, styles, and rewards. When you get it, you'll open your mission journal and look for monitoring the situation, or queue up for the Centennial Collapse in the on duty menu to get started. Here's what's new this year, and this is what we're here to talk about. New solo mission / instance, a world past hope and fear. A mysterious portal has opened nearby and a researcher has gone missing. It's up to you to investigate just exactly where this portal leads and what became of the missing researcher. So you'll look for this in your mission in the antimatter invasion zone. There will be new styles and base items. It says unlock new style-only gear set that is inspired by Fracture, the original exobyte enhanced superhero. Now, when I talked about this on the stream the other night, last night actually, but depending on when you're watching this, the other night, I couldn't quite remember who Fracture was. And so if you are in the same boat as I, this is Fracture. So there were a lot of things leading up to the launch of DC Universe Online, promotional videos that were made. Fracture was the star of a couple of those. He was basically a test subject of Lex Luthor in the distant future, and he was the first exobyte enhanced metahuman. And so if you go and Google that or look on DCUO's YouTube page, you'll be able to see those. They're very cool, but this is the gear style that they're modeling this after, which is super sweet. I am loving this. I'm especially loving the helmet. That is tight, so can't wait to see that live in game. It says look for an exobyte boost, which is the name of the style, on the vendor for Cordian crowns. Enhanced versions of the style can be crafted and with recipes also found on the vendor. Discover 2 new collections for a title and a new 4th world new god aura, which should be super cool. I don't have a picture of that to show you. It also says find new Brainiac inspired base items. Another new thing this year in the event will be a new base pet, Crypto. For those of you who don't know who Crypto is, this is Crypto, the super dog. This little guy will be hanging out with you in your base via totem, and similar to like how Isis is now, or Tikal, or some of the other totems that we've got in the game. Crypto will hang out in your base. He's even got a cool little Superman mat and food bowl, which I don't have a picture of, but cannot wait to have Crypto in my base. I'm going to have one for every tune, no doubt. The official story: adopt a new base pet, Crypto, to make sure you pick up his doggy food bowl and bed to keep him comfortable in your base or lair, available on the vendor for Cordian crowns. So that's going to be grind worthy, absolutely. There will also be new artifacts and artifact equipment slots. 3 new artifacts launch with the anniversary event. Complete the event's pointer mission, monitoring the situation, and you'll be able to choose any one of these 3 as your reward. All 3 will also be available from John Constantine in your headquarters. The first one is a Scrap of Soul Cloak. It gives you power, health, and might. It's a passive soul trap. It increases maximum supercharge regeneration, and reduces supercharge ability cooldowns. The next one is Legionnaires Sparring Ai. The stats are precision, health, and dominance. It is a predictive counter-strike. It's passive. Countering an enemy grants control, immunity, and a precision and weapon damage buff for a short time. And the third one is Parasites Power Harness. The stats are Vit, Health, and Power. It's a power distribution passive. Hitting an enemy with the controller debuff increases group members' power and precision for a short time. This stacks for each type of controller debuff on the target. It also says, please note, shortly after the anniversary event has begun, they are going to launch a second artifact equipment slot. That's to allow us to equip 2 artifacts at a time and reap their combined benefits. The second artifact equipment slot is not yet enabled. Because of this, they'll temporarily disable the ability for players to use existing artifacts as fuel for new ones when the event launches next year. They want to prevent players from mistakenly destroying their current artifact before they realize they'll be able to use both their old one and their new one with the second slot. Updates and adjustments. These are updates and adjustments that were made based on experience from last year, based on our player feedback or somebody's player feedback. It says a variety of adjustments have been made to the event based on feedback from last year. Centennial Collapse. The Centennial Collapse raid has been changed from a daily lockout to a weekly lockout. Currency rewards and replay costs have been adjusted to match the lockout change. They reduced the crowd control effects on the anti-monitor. They reduced health on antimatter shards and anti-monitor. They reduced guardians protecting anti-monitor shards. The vendor this year. Vendor costs have been reduced, including last year's rewards and this year's rewards. Last year's anti-monitor gear has had its maximum item level increased to item level 192. Open world solo missions can now be replayed. That's a huge one because last year we could not replay them, and it was kind of a downer. Guardian crowns will be sold on the marketplace like other seasonal event currencies. So that's what's going on in the event this year, the anniversary event, the anti-monitor. Stay tuned to Var Nation, because as we get more news on this, we will put it out there. But like I said, be sure to check it out on PC Test and some of those YouTube channels that do PC Test videos. We will try to get you as much news on this as possible between now and the event, so stay tuned to Var Nation. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm Rock Var reporting for Var Nation News.
Var Nation News. We mean business.